welcome back to me. It's been a few months. Life was ever so busy. Here we are. So the first thing I'm going to show off before I start talking and forget about it is with the Montana expansion and finishing your 12 community deliveries or the external deliveries, you get this neat little grizzly bear skin for the trucks, which I love, using it on the stock Kenworth truck. And also, as I go internally, you can see there's that little hanging pendant for the community goal, having reached driving something like 100 million miles through Montana. So again, we're bringing some empty pallets. We're bringing them from Idaho down into Thompson Falls, Montana, and I'm hoping to also take a spin down one of the hidden roads. So here we are. We'll get back out onto the road for a bit. So yeah, still here. There's a handful of, I want to say, minor updates that in terms of how I'm handling basically games. Oh yeah, there we go. Just cut right. I don't show. The first is that I have stopped using any of the route advisors and the F2 cheat mirrors. I like trying to keep it as more of a sim than the game, and I didn't like how either one of them were doing that. To help me a little bit, I bought a Elgato Stream Deck, mostly for some of the productivity stuff, like just being able to launch apps for work and mute my microphone easily, etc. And there's a neat little profile that somebody had, which I will link to, that lets me use my Stream Deck as, ooh, this is going to be fun. I haven't driven this truck in a while. Let me use my Stream Deck as something similar to the little button boxes you can get from a place like ATS Accessories. I'm going to do a longer video on that, hopefully shortly, along with how I'm using the gamepad at the same time. And so yeah, that's really handy. It's using the little Elgato keypad. I can get some of the pop-ups I wanted, like why I got a ding on a fine, how long it is to the next destination, etc. So I'm going to do a video on that. Both ATS and ETS2, I am going to do this usual two types of videos I do. I'm going to still keep doing these narrated runs for both sims, and I'm also exploring into doing more of just the unnarrated runs, just to see how those go and how they do. The two, well, 3 or 4 biggest inspirations for me for the channel are still my friend Zilla Blitz. Thanks for the shout out. Jeff Favignano, his truck sim stuff is just awesome, especially his whole setup that he's got with all the different steering, gears, button boxes, etc. Plus some of the guys like Realistic Driving and a few other ones that just do the unnarrated videos. I'm going to still try to keep the runs that I'm doing down to these little, especially for the narrated ones, little videos that I can try to get recorded, shot, and edited. By the time I'm done editing them, that they take about really under 20 minutes. So Montana, yeah, big fan of it. I'm enjoying any of the, I guess, well, it's not really technically, I guess, really the Pacific Northwest, but that area. I think they've really just hit each one of these out of the park. I'm loving it. I am enjoying it. I have been driving around it like mad. I'm still riding to Kenworth, and I had originally thought I would just get this and do a video on it, and then just have this big stereotypically big honking truck. And I went back to my Cascadia, and man, it just felt almost too comfortable. I could, even with the sound mod, I could barely hear the engine and everything. Oh yeah, speaking of sound mods, I am running with this. The Z mod's coming. I think it's the C15 noise pack. It's something like ridiculously low. I think it was like $5 or $6. I'll put a link to it in the show notes. But as we go along too, let me find a nice spot as I'm coming off the highway to hit the Jake brake to let y'all hear it. But the engine just really sounds fantastic.
And then exit right.
All right, so we're heading off. Hopefully, coming up here is one of the hidden roads.
Exit right.
Start kicking the Jake on. Yeah, there we go. Also interesting too is I saw one of the times when I was driving through Montana saw a no Jake brake or no engine brake sign, which is the first time I've seen one of them in the truck sims, and it was kind of neat to see. It might be hidden somewhere else out there, but I'd always sort of wondered if I'd see one. All right, spoiler warning. Obviously, I hope coming up this way is the hidden road. If not, might be doing a pretty major U-turn.
Turn left.
Alrighty, yep, here we go. Start doing a little off-roading with the Kenworths. Differential on. Head to head. Hopefully not. Oh, this looks really nice. I think it's the first time I've ever actually gone down one of these hidden highway roads. I mean, some of the ones, especially up through Oregon and everything, you get up into some of those logging roads, these almost count, but this is almost like going through Snow Runner. Rough road. Alright, all we need is a little bit of snow and we'll be doing some of the Ice Road Truckers' dangerous roads. That I briefly thought about doing, which just would have been nuts, is grabbing one of those big, massive loads, but I thought that this was probably going to be enough of a challenge. Up, start making our way around. Oh, nice. I just really don't want to hang this trailer up.
Recomputing.
This is a sneak, yep. Nice bridge up there. Don't roll, don't roll. Oh, first of all, scenery looks fantastic as long as I don't roll the truck down it. Ah, this is fun too. Sneak her by. Can't even see the trailer in the rear view mirrors. There's a mod for the
Okay, let's find a new route.
extra big long Kenworth. mean, the thing's practically an RV. And that would also be fun to try and snake that sucker down through here.
Reroute.
Oh, this bridge looks safe. Oh, yeah. What could go wrong? Alright, made it over it. Look at the nice people. Sneak on up past what looks like an old mine. Yep. Ready, bring her around. Hey, on the plus side, not much traffic. I don't have to worry about the AI crashing into me on this. I had a stink if somebody was coming the other way, though. Ooh, oh. Oh, geez Louise, that's gonna be tricky. Yeah, bring all this weight across a bunch of posts. And you like how it makes the wood sound going over it. Let's see. I'm all in on this because this is an external contract, so I can't even do a save scrum if I drop the trailer over the edge. I don't even want to risk going to a different view just to watch this thing snake around. Whoa, whoa. Oh, good. For a minute I thought I had to go that way. What is that? Road closed. Well, you want to close that section of the road. That must be really bad. So speaking of stuff like this, back in the mid '90s, I was out in SoCal, and we had rented a
Let's find a new
Mustang
route.
because, well, of course you do. I mean, when you're in California, you should drive a Mustang. Driving around, it's late May. Of course, we got the windows down, and hey, Southern California, it's always warm because we've got that things like the mountains aren't warm. And so all of a sudden, we're up like 7,000 feet. The temperature drops. We've got the hood open, the roof up. We pulled the roof down, and then there was a road that was closed for snow. And we're thinking, wow, middle of May, still like, not from New England, like the roads being closed for snow in mid-May, like that never happens. And it was sort of just you start looking at different facts of life and different things that are different situations. You're like, oh yeah, of course California's going to get snow. There's mountains, and I'm surprised it snows in the mountains. Then about 5 or 6 years earlier, I had been in San Francisco, and my friend's parents that lived there, they had one of those, typically steep driveways in San Francisco, and we pulled in. Of course, my first comment is, "Oh, geez, this driveway must be a real pain in the ass in the winter." And they kind of looked at me with like, "It doesn't snow here." I think we're creeping our way down to the end of it here. It should dump us out just into Thompson. This has been fun. I'm gonna have to hunt down some of the other hidden roads and do those. Is this Yep, that is a hairpin. That's a good thing there's nothing like eggs in the back. Oh, well, that's looking out there at that bridge and everything over there. This is really, really fantastic. I like how the speed limit for this thing is 65. Get an achievement for exceeding the speed limit through this? Reminds me of another place I've been to up in the Catskills. A friend of my dad used to have a place down in Lanesville, which is just south of Hunter Mountain, and there was a little stream that reminded me of that one, and there was an old abandoned roadbed for a railroad that ran up behind their house up into the mountains. And it was a fun place for a kid to be. It was just, you go down and play by the stream, and it was fun. Alrighty, come on up here and make a right. And I think we're pretty much right at the drop-off. That's a nice little downtown area too.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right. Turn left. Here we are, safe and sound.
Safe and sound. A little bit of a detour, but you're safe. Maybe Idaho. Famous last words. What could go wrong? This is a fun little spot to get back into. You guys are close enough. Alright, well, thanks for hanging out with me. Start set my brake, shut the engine off, and see how we did. Excellent. All right, everyone. Thanks for hanging out with me, and hopefully it'll not be another couple months before I see you again.